Liked in the community, but she does talk a lot. What the fuck?
And well, you know, I can kind of understand it, but I don't really watch her content, so I don't really, you know, understand her that much. But I saw this clip that came out of her speaking about VTubers and a person who was following VTubers, which I thought was very just like weird and interesting, as there was a lot of kind of hypocrisy and other kind of comments that she made here, which is extremely damaging to a lot of these VTubers in this space, which I just kind of wanted to cover and talk about. So let's just play this clip and then we'll talk about the situation.
But, you know, anyone can turn their life around. Anyone.
Okay.
Bear in mind, for context, by the way, that she is talking to someone in her chat who is like rage baiting her, right?
Oh no! No, you're getting rage baited. No, no, no.
Obviously, she pulled up their logs and everything to do with that.
Oh, sorry, not you. I changed my mind. Listen, I love VTubers, but you know it's a special type of mental derangement when it's someone that follows exclusively VTubers and also Asmongold.
Oh my God.
This is not a good sign. Followed Asmongold, right? Following Rich Campbell. Okay.
Wait, I didn't get shot. Wait, I didn't get shot. How did I not get shot? I didn't get shot. Gavin, thank you so much for the 25 gift. I got shot.
Then followed Asmongold's other account, Hyperfan.
Thank you. Thank you for the 25 gifted. Thank you. Wait, is she saying that if you follow VTubers, you're deranged? Is that what she's saying?
This is not a good sign. Followed Asmongold, right? Following Rich Campbell. Okay.
What's up, party people?
Then followed Asmongold's other account, Hyperfan, you know. And that wasn't enough, by the way. He's also following... Where is it? Asmongold 24/7. He needs his Asmongold, okay?
So yeah, she like focuses on a little bit on Asmongold, which again, you know, many people have different opinions on Asmongold, and I think that's okay.
Okay.
Right? But again, then she starts going to VTubers as well.
His mold. And then was like, discovered Iron Mouse and was like, well, actually, sorry, discovered... It seems like a couple VTubers before then, actually. He's been on his VTuber grind for...
Yeah, you can see here that they're following like Vidal, and they're following the Fallen Shadow. You know,
is she talking about a viewer? She's talking about a viewer. She is. She's talking about a viewer like this. What the fuck?
You got Chibi Doki,
I think that she's saying being into Asmongold and VTubers makes one deranged. What the fuck?
Son,
forever. Bunny X, respect, real, recognize, real. And then was like, you know what, dude? Yeah, let's just... It's time to goon, okay? Time to just VTube goon. So true. 3D women suck. None of them ever have loved me in my life, so it's okay.
Which I think is pretty...
What? Yo, low-key chat, I'm not gonna lie. Tell me I'm wrong, but she sounds like a fucking hater. She sounds like a VTuber hater. What the fuck did VTubers do? She really is. Why does she sound like that towards VTubers?
Pretty crazy as she's got people like, you know,
nah, you're right,
mouse on the screen. I mean, I can understand for some
Isn't she friends with some VTubers as well? What? That's like very contradicting. You fell for the rage bait and now you sound like an actual hater.
people, you know, as well as like Onigiri as well. They make the least like
Gooner. Yeah, wait, Iron Mouse and Oni don't even make Gooner content. What?
It is pretty insane to be saying like, oh, you know, he just all of a sudden thought it's time to VTube Goon. I think that's pretty insane. Obviously, yeah, there's like some VTubers in this
I'll be so for real too. I'm not gonna lie, this is my first time hearing her, by the way, so...
list who do create content or lean into that kind of side of content, right? But I do think
I don't watch VTubers for Goon. I only watch them in order to see their intense reactions to horror content.
That, you know, VTubing as a whole is, you know, related to like Gooner bait or Gooner
one of these
stuff.
VTubers, they're the only things that can ever love me. Goon time, Goon. Oh, and he's following the Nazi Gooner bait, obviously. This guy doesn't know when he's being pandered to. And he's like, Goon, Goon, Goon. Oh, look, and he's following the Nazi rat VTuber too. Goon, Goon.
So yeah, then she goes on to call VTubers, you know, that word, which again, I'm not sure if I could say
What the fuck? I'm confused, man. What is happening?
Too often on this
What?
video, so I would say you guys heard exactly what she called them, which I think is pretty insane, especially, you know, it's just one
He's
of these
a
words that
Nazi.
gets,
I don't know,
you
bro.
used
I
way
just
too
work
often
here.
now. I think, you know, calling someone that,
Listen,
is
I don't know
pretty-
much about other VTubers. I mind my business. Whenever I see like insane, intense stuff, like I mind my business, bro. I feel like when it gets to like the point like where like that word is being thrown around VTubers, or when it gets like really fucking political, I low key don't ever acknowledge it. I'm sorry, bro. I look the other way because I don't want that shit around my community. You know what I mean? I just don't want stuff like that around my community. We're just here to chill. I don't want that. I don't want real life stuff. Stop. You're breaking my immersion. You're breaking my immersion. I'm supposed to get rid of like the real world. Why are you bringing it to my stream?
pretty insane. I think you are pretty crazy if you think that someone is a literal, well, Nazi for, you know, some of
Listen, thank you for the prime.
their opinions online and things. Because
Ain't the
again,
months.
I think there
About
is
to be
obviously
old.
real life Nazis out there, but I don't think, you know, some random VTuber online is one of them. And yeah, people are getting way too comfortable using that term for literally anybody that they dislike.
Goon, time to goon. And now he's here.
Wow.
That's so sad for you. That is really tough.
Why is she upset? What the fuck? Yo, she fell for the rage bait. Holy shit.
It's really tough.
I've never seen anyone so upset about like a fucking viewer following VTubers. Let alone, I've never seen anybody fall for fucking rage bait and then be upset that they follow VTubers.
That's a brutal life.
And Asmongold,
if you leave.
you are more worried about like someone else's like following when you should be worrying about your fucking content, bro. What the fuck?
Man, I hope one day you can find a friend.
Oh my
I don't think it's
god.
possible for you. I think it's too late for you, man. I think it's too late. I think it might be too late.
The
And then he's
fuck?
like, he's also so stupid. He can't come up with like anything to come back with. Like he can't even come up with an insult. His insult is just at himself saying, "I love my gooning VTubers." Do you freak?
So yeah, obviously
I think you just fell for rage bait is what you're I think you just fell for rage bait, dude. I don't He's not even Yo, I feel like you could have just banned him instead of like doing this.
I think it is pretty interesting that, you know, this clip has been going around and Denims has been kind of saying this stuff about VTubing because as we covered in the recent BBC News article, video type thing that they made on VTubing, I said that it was really good that they were showcasing the kind of, you know, wholesome side of the VTubing community, that it's not just this weird like sexual thing that some people think it's not. It's far from it, right? And it was good to see mainstream news covering this and kind of showing people that it isn't, right? But it seems like obviously Denims was contributing to the kind of generalization of a lot of VTubers by saying that they're all just Guna VTubers, which I think is pretty hypocritical whenever you consider, obviously she says, you know, it says Denims calls Kiosha Nasi Guna bait, but she posts pictures like this. She says she also calls a bunch of other VTubers Goonabait too. The levels of self-awareness are non-existent. And yeah, this is the type of post.
Okay, I'm so confused with what's happening.
Post that Denims posts to kind of, yeah, I guess get attention towards our OnlyFans, which I think is pretty insane. Obviously, it's okay to call things Guna bait and whatever and dislike it. Like, sure, that's totally fine. But whenever you're posting this kind of stuff over on your Twitter, especially you're kind of like begging for money for your lawsuit in this one. I think it's pretty weird, you know? I think it is actually insane that, you know, someone has gone on and, you know, tried to bash someone for liking Guna stuff, which half the VTubers on there aren't even associated like with any kind of stuff like that, right? But then you go on your Twitter and, you know, essentially just show off your body for money, and you're saying that you have any grounds to stand on to, you know, say this kind of stuff. Of course not, you know, and I think it is incredibly funny and incredibly weird that she has done this. And obviously, one of the VTubers actually responded to this.
Listen, man, I don't give a fuck that she does shit like that. Okay, she could post shit like that, bro. It's the fact that it's like just very hypocritical. You know what I mean?
Known as the Nazi rap VTuber what is going on, which is pretty insane. You know, a lot of these people have been catching strays. Like, like they're just continuing on with whatever they do, the content that they do, and they just got like Denims here calling them gooner bait and saying that they're Nazis and things. Bro, it's like every single person that Denims dislikes, she calls this. And I think it is pretty insane that is still going on to this day, and people still allow her to do that. Now, obviously, yeah, people in the comments be like, pivot equals goon bait, 0 out of 10 rage bait. Obviously, yeah, a lot of people are not happy about this. They said she's a dumb fuck, Hassan Orbiter, disregard. That who is Hassan Avi?
No, Hassan! How the fuck did he get trapped into this? When in doubt, blame Hassan. What the fuck? What is happening? How did he get dragged into this?
I really don't deserve you. So again, obviously, yeah, a lot of people have been discussing this in the community because I do think it is a pretty insane kind of statement to make about a lot of other VTubers, and generalizing them obviously becomes extremely harmful to the space. And, you know, she's saying that she likes VTubers as much as
Was he in the follow list? I don't know.
You clearly don't if you don't understand, you know, the fact that half of these VTubers that you're saying are gooner bait aren't even, you know, what you're calling them, which I think is insane. Also, I just want to kind of add this clip in here because, again, it seems like a lot of VTubers are kind of replying to this, including Cha-Cha saying Denim pointed at me and said time to goon, which I think is quite funny. And obviously, yeah, they are trying to kind of make it seem like all of these VTubers are like gooner VTubers, which I think is so weird. And obviously you got like Kitsu as well in the comments saying I don't want to goon to my mom, which is 100% true. And yeah, a lot of people have been kind of commenting on this, and it seems like more and more VTubers are starting to see this clip and yeah, are calling out the behavior, which I think is very interesting. Now, yeah, you got people like, for example, like Pippa, like Kirsha, like Iron Mouse, like actually I don't know about Lena. I haven't really watched much of her content, but I know like people like Lucy Pyre and Shy Lily and stuff. They do some kind of, you know, goony content, which I think is okay. You know, you got Kason, for example. I mean, if you count her IRL stuff, if you disregard her IRL stuff, then she doesn't really. And obviously you got Chibi Doki, completely far from it. Same with Vidal as well, and Nurosama, completely far from it. So again, obviously, you know, she's completely wrong in the statement that, you know, she is that they are following a lot of gooner bait VTubers,
she sounds very jealous, I'm not gonna lie.
Insane. And I think, yeah, obviously, as I said, it is extremely hypocritical that she has posts like this and is making fun of someone for that. Now,
she sounds very jealous, chat. I'm not gonna lie. It's very funny how I don't even know how to pronounce her name. It's very funny how she does a little jealousy slip here. Very threatened by VTubers that she doesn't point out the ultimate goon follow Amaranth. Notice it's only gooning derogatory. What? No. No. Cooning's a slur now? No! 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 When it is for anime, but Denims, oh, is it Denims who posts her sloppy low effort body online doesn't, oh my god, Jesus, dude, doesn't call out the people following her for the embarrassing simp bait. The woman being sued and who is a giant lol cow who can't even get help from her rich bestie Hassan, real friend that one, wants to give life advice about gooning while trying to pander to gooners. Already feeling your prime leaving you? Damn! Oh my, whoa, what the fuck? Man, the anime women will stay youthful forever, never sag, never stretch, always flawless in their physics. They will never have to worry about getting fat or looking bad because they are just cute fictional creatures voiced by pleasant sounding people. No bad angles, just good vibes. Oh my god. Oh my god! Holy shit! That's insane. Their audience would never watch Denims anyway. The little flesh bag isn't a threat to them. The way Denim feels threatened by VTubers, and I find that hilarious. Yeah, it just feels like she's very how do you say, very hateful. The way that she's talking about VTubers just sounds hateful, guys. I don't know her. I don't know anything about her, to be honest. This is my first time hearing about her, but I get to say that my first time hearing about her is she just sounds very hateful towards VTubers.
It is very interesting how Denims does a little jealous slip here. They said very threatened by VTubers, and she doesn't point out the ultimate goon follow Amaranth. Notice it is only gooning derogatory when it's for anime, but for Denims, who post her own sloppy, low-effort body online,
Damn.
doesn't call out the people for following her for her embarrassing simp bait. The woman being sued and who is a giant lol cow who can't even get help from her rich bestie Hassan, real friend that one, wants to give life advice about gooning while trying to pander to gooners. Already feeling that your prime leaving you, mad the anime woman will stay youthful forever, never sag, never stretch, always flawless in their physics. They never have to worry about getting fat or looking bad because they are just cute fictional creatures voiced by pleasant sounding people. No bad angles, just good vibes. The audience would never watch Denims anyway. The little flush bag isn't a threat to them. The way Denims feels threatened by VTubers, and I find that hilarious, which is 100% true. You know, it seems like she feels very offended by the fact that a lot of VTubers are obviously succeeding, very much so. And even if they do that kind of content right, they are doing it better than she can. And I think that is why she feels so offended and why she's so kind of, I guess, aggressive towards a lot of these VTubers and this person who obviously enjoys watching VTubers, as well as a plethora of other content creators. You know, VTubers are very, very common in the space now that you are going to have a lot of VTubers in your follow list. Or like a lot of people do just kind of watch VTubers as just another content creator. They might not be a big VTuber fan, but they obviously do enjoy some of the content that some VTubers put out. And that's also an extremely valid kind of fan as well. And you can see here they are also following many other people other than VTubers. If anything, actually I don't know if it's the majority, but again, there is a lot of IRL kind of streamers as well. Obviously they just follow Denims. We got like Gideon, Luke Stevens TV, Kachi, Renna, again Hannah Wins. There's so many other people here that they're following, right? But obviously they don't want to bring that up, and yeah, they just want
yo, low key, she could have just banned him. She didn't have to like. She could have just banned him. She didn't have to sound like a fucking hater. You know what I mean? Oh, yikes. Isn't she friends with Iron Mouse? What the fuck? What? I don't know, bro.
I guess attack this person for
That's crazy.
liking VTubers, which I think is pretty insane. And again, I just thought this is a pretty insane situation because, you know, it's just unnecessary. You don't need to be kind of calling someone out for this, especially when
She just wanted to hate for the sake of hating. That's so embarrassing, no? I feel like that's very embarrassing.
the content you create on Twitter is pandering exactly to that audience. So again, I just thought it was incredibly cringe and just kind of weird. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kaza, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Again, you know, I definitely recommend going to go check it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.
Bye, pal. That's crazy. What the fuck?